Hello and welcome back to some more Star Citizen. Today I'm here with the Constellation Andromeda, but I'm also in the AeroView hangar because the Constellation Andromeda was causing a couple graphical issues. It was very laggy even with my new computer. I don't know what was going on. But A, this ship looks better in the AeroView hangar, I think, and B, I wasn't having those issues. That's why we're in this hangar today. If I can stay on the platform. So the Constellation Andromeda, it's a multi-function ship. That's what it's known by. It's 61 meters long. It's actually 80,000 kilograms. It's 100 tons less than the Retaliator, which is incredible. You can do a lot with that. You won't have to burn as much fuel, theoretically, to get around. Theoretically, this could speed up faster. I mean, it all depends on the engines and stuff and your systems and whatnot, but conventionally speaking, if you had the same engines on each ship, this thing would accelerate more. Excuse me. Officially, it can crew 5 people. Unofficially, 6, maybe 7. It's got 134 cargo units, so about the same as the Retaliator, which actually surprised me because the Retaliator did not have a designated cargo area like this thing does. It's got 4 tier 5 engines. It's got 8 tier 3 maneuvering thrusters, which would be these funny little things strewn around the ship. It's got a size 6 power plant, which is pretty good. It's got 4 size 4 gimbal mounted guns on the front of the ship. It's got several missile pylons. It's actually, I think this one has, yeah, it's got the 4 arms. So you'll see this arm here, and you'll also see, if I can get a good view of it, this arm here. So all the blue dots, those are all missiles. There's two of those sets on each side. So you got lots of missiles on this thing. It's got 2-man turrets with size 4 guns, size 6 shields, and this thing actually also comes with the P-52 Merlin snub-nose fighter, which is a brilliant ship. I love it. It doesn't handle perfectly, but it teams well with this thing. Well, that being said, we can't actually detach the Merlin from the Constellation at this point, but I've used them both a lot, and I could see how they would go well together. So, just looking around here, I don't know if you guys have ever seen like the original Constellation or not, but this thing looks a lot better, and it has less polys, which means it will run smoother on most computers, which is great. I love the shape of this thing. This is probably the first. I had the Taurus before I went to the Caterpillar, which we haven't gotten yet. But I love the shape of it. I loved the idea of having the big cargo bay on the bottom. It's just a kind of a great ship. But I bought the Caterpillar because I had more cargo units, and I liked how it looked better. So, yeah, anyway, let's take a look around. So, if you look here, there's some more of those maneuvering thrusters. This is one of the 2 turrets. Now you'll notice actually that the seat is upright, and we'll get to that later. The cockpit, great shape again. The glass is slightly blue tinted, which makes the whole ship look pretty good. These little doors, actually, there's 2 here and 2 on the other side, and there should still be a couple on the back engines unless they removed them without telling me. There's fans in there so you can make planetary landings, because the maneuvering thrusters are only tier 3s, let's be honest here, whereas the Retaliator had 6 tier 4s and loads of tier 3s. So, it's a little bit of a difference there. This is actually the door. We'll get to that later. This is actually an escape hatch for the beds, which we'll also get to later. Coming around here, these blue lights, I'm pretty sure they're the intake for the engines. I can actually jump up high enough there to see inside, but if you hit F4 you should be able to see in there pretty well. And that looks just like a black hole, which it basically is. It'd be nice to see some detail in there, but you can't actually see up there, so it's okay. These massive landing legs, what a brilliant animation that is. They just used to land on these skis, but now they've actually implemented like proper landing struts. No stepping because you'll get crushed. These do pop out. This big thing is actually the cargo bay, and we'll take a look at that later as well. Yeah, so here's one fan. There's another one of those fans. There's a couple more on the other side. The Merlin kind of sits in there. Pretty snug. Yeah, I don't know if we'll have some sort of automatic docking thing like we do at Crusader. Chances are, this is my guess, it will be automatic unless it gets damaged. Then you might have to do it manually. But yeah, that is actually the proper Merlin model as well. It's not just some sort of other entity in there. It's the proper ship. You can't use it though. But yeah, oh my gosh, this is probably the kind of view that made me buy the Constellation in the first place, is just these 4 huge, massive engines. It's just an amazing ship. It works so well. So yeah, there's the one up there, one down here, obviously. Let's take a look inside. Oh, another thing. There is escape hatches on the side. Airlocks, sorry. So you can, theoretically, we would be able to link maybe 2 constellations together. Theoretically, maybe you'd be able to hook your Aurora up to it. But I don't remember. They said that might be a possibility, but that was like 2 years ago. So, yeah. Let's head inside. This will come down. Hop on. And here we are. And that'll close up. Man, I thought the lighting would be better in this hangar, but it's way more bright and reflective. Door's so slow, because it's an airlock, right? This is meant to be able to land on the surfaces of other planets, and you can't just go losing your air willy-nilly. Alright, so now we're inside. So when we're inside, actually, there's this couch. It's actually a, like a dining table. If I can get the use. Here we go. Oh, maybe. That's a problem. You know, that's not supposed to happen. There's supposed to be a table there. Anyway, yeah, that's not working. That's awkward. So, yeah, you'd be able to sit there. This is probably your fridge here. This is actually your restroom here. Can't actually get in there. There's no use right now. Can you actually see in there? I don't know. Got a bunch of lockers, presumably for your crew members. Got a gun rack. So, I mean, you could theoretically grab your guns, run over to the cargo thing, drop down, land on the planet, and do what you need to do. These are the beds with the escape pods. So if you hop in, it would close and then theoretically be jettisoned. Let's hop in one. They do look a bit better than the other ones. I can't fluff that. It's literally just a headrest. Got these 2 great screens, so probably you could obviously maneuver your escape pod, potentially maybe activate some sort of warning beacon or something, or who knows, watch some news while you're asleep. Let's hop out of here. These top ones actually have a ladder that comes down. They used to, at least. Yeah. Some things aren't working. But hey, again, like I said before, it is Alpha 2.5. Yeah. Okay. That's this room. There's also an airlock on the top. We can't actually... Oh, we can. Look at that. I've never been able to get that door open before. I just... because the ones on the side, it like pushes out. Like out of the ship. Anyway. Okay, let's head to the back. That was cool. So, what you'll also notice is there's these sections. And these are cool because Section A is presumably the front. We're in Section B, which is theoretically the second most important section, with A being the most. So we're going to head into Section C, which is the massive cargo hold. So we'll head inside, close the door behind us. I like how the color scheme inside of that room is much more hospitable, whereas this one is not so much because it's not meant to be a hospitable place. So, yeah, this is the cargo hold. This is where your 134 cargo units are going to theoretically sit. These catwalks on the side. This is actually a missile reloader, so you will be able to reload the arms with the missiles on the side. So you have a lot of firepower there. There's no reason to feel undefended in this constellation. This is one of those airlocks, so we can open it up. We can actually hop inside, and that actually opens. Oh, I did not... Okay. I didn't mean to get out. Sorry. Okay. Now we have to go up again. Great. But anyway, the airlock there, it would open up. Theoretically, you'd be able to hop out, even dock with another ship if you wanted. Yeah. I've got lots of plans for this ship. Hop up here. Back in here again. And that door actually closed. And there we go. Yeah, the whole airlock kind of came into the ship. And if I do it again, it went out. So, and yeah, it's just my height. It's perfect. So these are some presumable mini-game areas. Avionics, like autopilot maybe, stuff like that. Screen's not quite high enough resolution to read those stickers. We come around back here, gravity generator, high voltage, no kidding. I don't know what that is. Warning, read and follow the instructions for the safest operation. And I don't know what. So, yeah, there's ladders on each side of this cargo hold, and you can go down them, whatever. I'm often surprised that you don't slide down the ladders, but hey, that's okay. So this is the cargo bay. These little magnets are to hold the boxes onto the surface. I don't remember how to open it. Hello? Oh, that's the ladder. I hope I don't have to do it from outside. It'd be kind of annoying. Let's try it anyway. Oh. Maybe. Unless I can do it from the screen. There we go. You have to do it from the little button. We'll go down the ladder and fall down. And there we go. So this is the cargo bay, and you can actually put the rover in here and bring it up. Yeah, it works well. bring it up. These massive hydraulic rams are amazing. Climb up the ladder and let's check out Section D. Section D. This is where the power plant is. More gravity generation, I suppose. And these are presumably the power plants. Watch your step. And this is how we get in the Merlin. We just walk back here, hit F, and we just get in. There we go. Doesn't actually close for some reason. But yeah, that's the Merlin. Just top out. Also, when you open it, look at the hydraulics at the back. They're pretty nice. You should go back and rewind the video if you want. But let's hop out of there. Let's check out Section A, which is my favorite section because who doesn't like to drive the ship? So Section A. This is where everything happens. More avionics. Shield generator, that's probably the most important one. One of the most important ones. These are the turrets, obviously. You have 3 seats up here. Pilot and 2 co-pilots. Seats look interestingly uncomfortable, actually, if you ask me. But let's take a seat in one of them. But yeah, the screens will come down.
Welcome to Robert Space Industries.
Ship turns on.
System check.
And you can fly around. Viewing angles are great in this thing, actually. You can just see really wide. Yeah, all the screens up there will work, and then there's like a kind of a main screen that will come up as well, kind of containing all the information you ever needed. So the co-pilot seat, kind of the same thing except you have a big screen, because you're going to be doing shields and power rerouting and whatnot, weapon monitoring, destination, whatever, mapping, whatever you want to call it, you know. But hey, you can see pretty well still. I don't know why I reach kind of funny there. I don't know. That's okay. Let's hop out of the seat quickly. Check out the other one, because the other one is pretty kind of the same. Oh. Had one of those lag spikes I was talking about before. Alright. And here we are. Again, the viewing angles are good. Talk over to your mates. Yeah. It'd be so good when you have one guy rerouting power and then the other guy trying to find a warp route for the pilot of the ship to quickly fly over to try to get out of the system if you're under attack, or you know, stuff like that. While the guys in the turrets are fighting off the Vandal, or who knows. This game will be fun. So yeah, this is a top turret. Kind of pop up. Now, I don't know about the boxy kind of look in this, but it works. The viewing is actually great in this thing. The turrets do move a bit slow though, if you ask me. But it's not too bad. Yeah, that's the top turret. The animations are very good as well. So it's actually really cool when if you've ever, well, when you fly this ship and then you go to jump to another planet or something, and he does, and then you come down, it's like you're moving really fast and then you're not relatively right. So yeah, it's cool. The bottom turret, this is the probably my least favorite part of the ship because the viewing is horrendous. You cannot see anything. If the seat flipped, it would be a billion times better, but it doesn't. You can't see a thing under there. I know it's hard to kind of explain, but you got those big engines blocking you in the back, you have your legs blocking you below, and you have these big things blocking your side, so all you can see is the front. And even if you're at the back, you can't even, like, shoot behind, really. Because, well, the engines are there, and you can't aim down because you can't see. So, it is it's the worst place to play the game is on the bottom turret of the Constellation. It's so bad. But that's probably one of the ways that they have balanced the ship. So what can I say? I like the Taurus because although it lacks the Merlin, it's got the smuggler's cabinet where that bottom turret is. So, I mean, what do I think of the Constellation Andromeda? That's a big question. Yes, it's a great ship, it's versatile, it kind of does everything. But at the end of the day, since it kind of does everything, like, what are you doing with your life, I guess, in-game? What's your story? What are your goals? What are your accomplishments? Like, if you bought the Aquila, for example, instead of the Andromeda, obviously you're going to do more exploring. The Taurus, you're going to do cargo hauling. The Phoenix, well, you're just rich. And you're probably going to do a little bit more exploration stuff. But, like, the Andromeda, like, you're probably, really, if anything, you're probably going to be a military hauler, potentially. I mean, if I had an Andromeda, that's what I would probably do. I would try to, in-game, maybe get a job for the UEE, because I am well armed, and haul stuff, because it does have that cargo capabilities. But like I said as well, that's why I had the Taurus, but I bought the Caterpillar because I think the Caterpillar looks way better than this. My opinion. It's got more floors, more crew. It's a cooler ship, but I liked the Taurus when I had it. And when the Andromeda became flight ready, I had so much fun flying it in-game. Would recommend. Alright, thanks for watching. Please stay tuned for more. Alright, bye-bye.